Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Chronicles by Phoebes. Alright, so today we'll be talking about a young lady. Her name is Anita. So grab your popcorn, relax, and let me take you on a ride. Okay, so who is Anita? Anita's story began in Lagos, a city as vibrant and fast-paced as life itself. But her world wasn't like the one outside her family's gates. She grew up in a deeper life Christian home, where rules and routines shaped every aspect of her life. Her parents, devout and unwavering in their faith, raised Anita and her siblings with a single-minded focus to live a life pleasing to God. From the moment Anita could walk, her life revolved around the church. Of course, church girl. Sunday wasn't just a day of worship, it was the centerpiece of the week. Her family left the house at sunrise. Her mother clutching a well-worn Bible, her father leading the way with his firm, purposeful stride. That's my pastor. Morning service rolled into Bible study, then prayer meetings, and then choir practice. By the time they got home, Anita was usually too tired to do anything but eat and fall asleep. Her parents, especially her mother, believed in the power of modesty and discipline. Modesty is not bad, but I actually support modesty too. Anita's wardrobe was a reflection of that belief. Long skirts that grazed her ankles, blouses that covered every inch of her arms and neck. Ooh! Neatly tied scarves that rarely slipped out of place. Her mother often reminded her, "Your appearance speaks volumes about your values, Anita. Never forget that." Television in their household was an accessory, not a source of entertainment. Oh God. It sat in a corner of the living room, gathering dust, only turned on for Christian programs or the evening news, typical of a Nigerian dad. Secular music was forbidden. Anita could remember one time she accidentally hummed a pop song she'd overheard at school. Her mother's sharp look was enough to stop her mid-note. For most of her childhood, Anita embraced this life wholeheartedly. She loved the sense of purpose it gave her. The way her parents beamed with pride whenever someone at church called her a shining light. Of course, that girl. She was the example everyone else pointed to. A role model for modesty, discipline, and faith. And Anita, she liked being that girl. But things started to change when she turned 17. At school, Anita was known as a good girl. Of course, with the way you dress. It wasn't the title she gave herself, but one of her classmates gave her that name. "Don't invite Anita, she's too holy for us." They'll joke when planning birthday parties or weekend hangouts. She didn't mind, at least not at first. She focused on her studies and avoided situations that might make her parents suspicious. Yet, as the years went by, Anita began to notice things she hadn't before. The laughter of her classmates when they shared stories about their weekends, the way their eyes lit up as they described new outfits or concerts. It wasn't just what they said, it was how they said it, with a kind of joy and excitement that felt foreign to her. One day during break, Anita overheard two girls from her class talking about their trip to the mall. They were laughing about trying on new clothes that they couldn't even afford and dancing to music playing in the stores. And at the end, they ate shawarma. Anita pretended to focus on her notebook, but the image of the carefree day lingered in her mind. That evening, as Anita lay in bed, she opened her Instagram on her phone. It was something she did in secret. Her parents wouldn't approve. She scrolled through her feed, her thumb pausing on a post from BC, one of the bolder girls in class. In the photo, BC stood on a beach, her arms spread wide, the ocean behind her. The caption read, "Life is for the living." Of course, baby. Anita stared at the image, a strange feeling bubbling inside her. Envy? Curiosity? She couldn't name it, but it was there pulling at her. The next morning, life returned to its usual routine. Anita helped her mother prepare for a church outreach with vegetables, while her mother talked about the importance of staying on the straight and narrow paths. Of course, that's heaven. Her mother's words, once comforting, now felt like weights. Anita smiled and nodded, but her mind was elsewhere. That evening, her phone buzzed with a message. It was from BC. Come out with us tomorrow. It will be fun. Don't be boring like always. Wink. Anita's heart raised as she shared her screen. She had never gone out with BC or her friends before. What would her parents think? What would happen if she said yes? For a moment, she hovered over the reply button, torn between the life she knew and the one that seemed so tantalizing out of reach. Finally, she took a deep breath and replied, Okay. It was a simple word, but for Anita, it felt like the start of something big, something new. She set her phone down. A mix of fear and excitement coursed through her. She didn't know it yet, but this would be the first of many that would change her life in ways she couldn't imagine. Anita, I live in God's hands. Okay, so we'll continue the story later. But have you ever felt torn between the life you've always known and the curiosity to explore something new? What would you do if you were in Anita's shoes? Stick to what's familiar or take the risk to see what's out there? Well, I don't know. Let me hear your opinion. I have no idea. I don't want to put my comments yet. But we'll continue the story again in the next video.